Well, hello there. Welcome. I'm here. I'm going to be playing Call of Cthulhu. Why did it almost sound like I say cool? Because it sounds the same. It's Call of Cthulhu. I could use the green light. It's topical. But I've also updated my visuals here on the streaming to show the Callum's Cantina art that I got commissioned, which is by... what's her name? I know her actual name, but what's her handle on social medias? I'm having a moment. I know that she's Chaos on Twitter because that's her wrestling name. I should mention the actual Instagram handle and stuff. So it's Spooky Skeletons 223, Chris Lesser on Instagram, and that sort of stuff. So if you're interested, I'm going to be using this art for a while, and I commissioned it, paid for it. I thought it was well worth it to sort of encapsulate the Callum's Cantina vibe. It took a while to put together, but it's finally here. And I put it on the website and stuff when I got it, but it's a little bit behind on updating the stream stuff because it's like, just thinking of other things. But we're here now. And boy, are we going to play cock. So it is based on the Call of Cthulhu tabletop RPG, which is something that I've played a bit of. I haven't made any recordings of that public, but I've played a bit of Call of Cthulhu with someone else GMing it because he's a lot more into that world. But I've always liked some of the Eldritch horror stuff, and I've read a few H.P. Lovecraft stories. I sort of stopped, and then I probably need to get back into it. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna go into the world of Call of Cthulhu. It's not a super long experience. I played it off stream, and it says I played 7.3 hours. So I'm playing it again because I'm not having the best day, especially right now. And this will be really fun and good, and I want to share it with you guys. So let's go. And it'll come up when it comes up. I've got this as the standby screen now too, because I will use this for everything. As long as the game capture works. Yeah, some things are a little bit funny. Pick them up. I forget if... like, it's been a while since I played this as well, so it's like, okay, some stuff I don't remember what I picked or how I did some things, but I do want to do a different ending than what I did when I played it just by myself. There we go. Here we are. Enter madness. So I think all of the settings should be the same. Yeah. Can we make that unlimited FPS or just... okay, it just maxes out. The brightness, so I probably want to make that a little bit more for you guys to be able to see. I think that looks about right. Oh, that was slightly off center. There we go. So has it always been slightly off center? Hang on. There we go. A good time. Apply the settings and then go back. Alright. I do have subtitles on. I'm not worrying about... I guess the crosshair wasn't important before, so I didn't turn it on. I'll see when I go through it again. And I'll remember what I'm doing. But I remember I really loved this when I played it by myself. So let's delve into it with a new game. Different slot. So, Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He's now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. I also love how it loads and then it gives you the option of when to continue so you can finish reading the thing. If I am mad, it is a mercy. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. H.P. Lovecraft. We're straight into it. It's a horror game, baby. Alright, now still got the tooltips and things here. So you just thrust in here with no idea what's going on. Exactly like a bunch of H.P. Lovecraft. Can't do that. At least crouch is toggled. And it honestly gives some Amnesia vibes. I just thought of that too. With this, but that could just be a similar style of presentation. Yeah, I know how to do that. So, got a lamp. I forget what focusing the lamp does. See, it's been a while since I played this game. Does it say when I last played it? I don't remember because I launched it now. Oh well. I just go through here and have a look around. Explore everything because why not? I remember something about limited fuel, but hey, it's a special lantern boy. I keep pressing different buttons to try and interact with things. Why have I forgotten that it's E? That's a standard button. Oh, duh. The bolt cutters were right there. Okay. I guess fate does draw me on.
What a putrid offering.
It does stink a lot.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
It's telling me to run. That always makes you sus when it says to run.
Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Whoa! We died in the dream.
I hate whiskey.
I hate whiskey. Honestly, I prefer some other drinks if it's just straight whiskey. Unless it's mixed whiskey, like Fireball whiskey I like. Oh! It kept my levels from before? Or is that just his base? I don't remember now. But you can level things and all of that. I want to go, like, gather all the occult knowledge in this one. Because that will unlock some different
Married woman runs off with
options.
her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Because... what was it? Yeah.
I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
I'll actually have to look at Helldivers, I guess, then. Hi, Lock-On.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Yeah, I imagined it was 2.
I should get rid of all this stuff.
But would it be worth playing the first one, so to play them sort of in order, if it's playing through, like, a co-op campaign together? That's the impression I have of it, is you can play co-op campaign together. Oh, I like the music. I like the music.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Alright. Let's have a drink. Why not? I think I held off before because it's like, I know that's not going to be good for him. Hey? I think I've explored all the other bits. So, okay.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Okay, yeah. Okay, here we go. Allocate the character points. So Helldivers, yeah. I don't have it at the moment, so I'd have to get it probably. So occultism, knowledge of the occult scientists, an investigation. So the way that the you don't see the percentages. Oh no, I'm just meaning I would have to buy it because without other incentive, I haven't even been interested in buying it. So I guess we play it together. That would be the incentive. So the percentages is you roll D100 and you have to roll another percentage to succeed. That's how Call of Cthulhu system works. I think it's Medivius. Let me check. That's Chaosium. What am I thinking? It's Chaosium. It even says it on there. I've got the investigation handbook because it's been really good for when I was playing the game to actually have the physical book to read. But I want all that. I probably shouldn't put them all in that to start off with. Then again, maybe I'll go 30%. And that's hardly enough to get more, is it? But then I get hardly any occult. 40% is pretty standard for those, but nah. Spot hidden, I think, is really... it's a really good way they do it in this game because you literally can't see some things in the area if you've got too low a spot hidden. But I really want occultism. Maybe I'll just go 4 in occultism. Get that up to 40. The dosage of a drug, making a diagnosis, or expressing your understanding of a medical problem. I've got 2 left and that will take 2 to upgrade. So I think I went with psychology and eloquence before because I like talking people into things. So I'm going to try a different method this time. Oh, that's like your perception checks. Oh, that's still 30% on that. Which way do I want to go? We've got the spot hidden at 40 and those at 40. Stuff it. Occultism. We're going for it.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will still be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, will you do?
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem. And I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Nope.
Stephen Webster,
Oh,
industrialist.
apparently we do.
All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
When you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl. She is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
Time to
I
test the
can't
alt
do
tabbing, I
anything
guess.
for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof,
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
And I really don't notice how much that volume changes when I'm just playing myself.
supposed to find.
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got?
Alright.
The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Also like how investigative this game is. It's fun. Because it really pays to look around and find things.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Unlocked answer, investigation professional. Oh, let's go with the unlocked answer. Why
The
not?
meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Something's not right with this
Her
story.
husband was a big deal on the island. The police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was faulty. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
So I read about a mental fragility in the
You
police
must tell
report.
me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Where did she live?
Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Find out about the
sender's
warehouse.
label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Bro, you said earlier you just wanted me to look at the painting, and now you're saying, okay, now go here. Be clear from the start.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You will be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
So I've got objectives that were behind my head before. The Learning of Medicine Volume 1. Okay. Yeah, I think this is cool. So, you find things in the world and it increases your skills in some parts. I think mostly that's occultism and medicine. That's why they're different colours. Yeah, and then you get character profiles of everyone. You can read into it. You can really delve into the world. Very neat. Got clues. And the objective would be to find all the clues that you can. And that's where you probably pump up
The
spot
Lost
hidden.
Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
Why, drinking it up, baby? I can just keep drinking. I denied that before because I'm like, well, of course, my first playthrough, I want him to have a clear head. Oh, yes, this is good. We got a good buzz going on now.
Of blackmail in a speakeasy.
His voice changed.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston, but I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century, but it seems to have been shunned since then. All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Well, I drank all that whiskey. That'll be good. Let's go. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused a fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label, an address. A warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. I'll see which corner I want to be in as we play more. Such good vibes. Drinking and smoking, of course. I'm thinking, I thought of Modiphius because that's the one that has done a 2D20 system for Conan and some other games. And I think that there was talk about consideration of using the 2D20 system that they have for the Cthulhu games. Here we are, Call of Cthulhu, or Cock.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island. Yes.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office.
Alright.
It's the Hawkins family that brings you here. I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Alright. I guess you can see the objectives on this side, so that would be a good side to be on.
Prohibition is just a joke That suits me fine.
Oh yeah, set during Prohibition too.
Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
Ask about Warehouse
I'm looking for
36.
this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand.
Alright. We're going to see what's around.
Hey, you'll get us into trouble.
You're already in trouble.
There's nothing for you here either.
Can we sort
Beat
this
it.
out? You can see he's half drunk.
Alright.
Nothing to sort out.
Let's grab a drink. Maybe we'll see someone to help us. Just the vibe's so good. It reminds me of when I was playing Bioshock as well, and Bioshock has Lovecraft influence in it, so obviously.
Hey, be careful.
He really just wants to antagonize people, doesn't he? Oh, hello.
Let's get him another drink.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Hold to test strength. Let's just apologize. I'm not good at eloquence or strength at the moment, comparatively.
Pure instinct. I behaved like a Hun, and I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
307th Infantry Regiment.
Well, that'll be okay for now. But the war is over. Try not to forget it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Find out about Darkwater. Okay. Let's explore all of the options. Yeah, no prohibition
I
around
didn't
here.
expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Oh yeah, they really care about the attention to detail in the setting, and I think that is because it's based on the RPG, so they already have all the information there, and they've done their research for it.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Alright. Find out about Darkwater, and let's ask
Stranded
about
whale.
that.
I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
So, like, the town in general might have been more prosperous during the whaling time.
What can
Find
you
out
tell me
about Sarah.
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
It's not speaking ill if it's true. Let's try that angle.
Was it so terrible?
The way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Fair enough. It's true that they were
Her
strange.
style made her famous. How would you describe it? Torture?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Alright, enough
I've got
about
what I
that.
need.
Anything else?
I think just get a drink. Why
Captain
not?
Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
Only a
I
small
wouldn't
glass.
say no to a glass.
Try this.
We're going for it. I did avoid this in my off-stream playthrough, so I'm trying different things.
I think we'll get along well.
This will affect your destiny. Oh, see, that's up in behind my head, but oh well. That sound effect is I
That'll be
changed my
awful.
destiny. Which, if I remember the plot, it could be interesting.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
But we gotta talk to Hot Lady over there, but I'm gonna have a look around first. If I turn the crosshair on, will that be on all the time? Let's see. It will. I'm not a fan of that being on all the time. I'd rather it only be on in certain circumstances where I need it. Alright.
You have no right to treat us like this.
And the doctor, what did he think?
He laughed.
My God.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
This is one to really sink into and immerse yourself.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
Mm-hmm. What is this
I've
song?
never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
It's interesting playing this through a second time, but I'm not going to spoil anything because I think it's worth if you're watching along. But take note of that.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
One of the miraculous cats.
Exactly.
Alright.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Alright, we gotta talk to Hot Lady, like... Hello there.
What you looking at, stranger?
She can certainly put them
I've
away.
rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
Ah, it was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Oh, well. I tried to compliment her. What can I say? What can I say? I feel like you don't get much out of her anyway there. Although maybe the question would have done it. Meh. It's fine. What else have we got around here? Spooky lanterns.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Just walk in, don't even talk to him, start
A
looking
souvenir
around.
From a more prosperous era. I guess Scylla.
Oops.
It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years.
Mm-hmm. Learning of medicine! Let's go, volume 2.
What a macabre souvenir.
A wooden leg.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Posing on the bridge of a ship, he has a wooden leg. Curiouser and curiouser.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman cat.
Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Cat.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck. I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you.
Oh yeah, I
But in
forgot I
truth,
could
you're
do
likely
that.
to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. That's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1819, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? I wonder who. I already looked around everywhere else. In gamer habits.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights of the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Let's talk about Darkwater first. Oh yeah, we've got a bunch of these here. Let's go. Documents are unreadable.
The manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder?
Alright. So, the photograph looks strangely like you. It's just be a relative.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
See?
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
Alright, I saw the killer whale on the
I'm
wharf.
just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Why are they putting it back into the
Police
sea?
took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
What would have
Killer
killed it?
whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth, and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Indeed, you're right.
Or are we?
I was looking at your interest. I thought
And for
your father.
John,
Yeah, I already got the answers from that. I don't know why I clicked it again. I was thinking of the other one, but I can't click it again. Oh well. Who is this? What is this miraculous cat?
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Who is Cat?
I found a threatening letter signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Alright. Ask him about the
I'm
warehouse.
looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
The jetty!
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
I'm so used to calling them jetties. Because they call them a jetty here, not a pier. Yeah, that's what Americans call them. Belong to the Hawkins family. Or should I investigation? Is this a game for you? I feel like us going, you underestimate me, not really giving it away 100%.
It belongs to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
Yeah.
I think that
Same
somebody
difference.
here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be
No.
on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
He wants to stay in the loop. Oh, I gained a character point. Okay. I've got 2. Shouldn't be good for a whole heap of stuff. Hey, sanity's pretty neat. So, you end up getting different types of traumas from things in the story. And I didn't get all of them the last time, so I think it depends on your choices and options how much sanity you lose, which is pretty cool. Oh, yeah, they can't be improved. They can only be improved by objects discovered in the environment. So, what do I want to do? Spot hidden and investigation are probably big bonuses. I forgot about validating them. Alright. We've got those. Those. Bunch of stuff. Just, I get annoyed by the exclamation marks being there, even though we've already looked at them. Alright. Like, as we picked them up, it went through it.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah?
What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
Where do you think you're going?
I must get into this warehouse.
I'm not here to hinder your work, officer. Edward Pierce, private detective.
Sorry, we're all a little on edge today. What are you doing here?
I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
Darn it. Why do you want to drag up all that stuff again?
My investigation has led me to this warehouse.
That case was closed months ago.
We don't even have a gun yet that we know of. What do you know about the
What more
case?
can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
Alright.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
Who's St. Brendan?
I've never heard of this saint. Is it a local belief?
But everyone knows St. Brendan, the navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
What happened to
The drunks.
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
Alright, who are these guys that are keeping
Two guys
guard?
behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Who is
Is it
Cat?
Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Oh, hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Alright. Yeah,
I've
don't
taken
worry.
enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
So at the end of the jetty. That's not a person to talk to. He's just chilling fishing there. Right when they're putting the whale back.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
You can't, can you? Keep thinking I can jump, but I can't. So I guess talk to these guys. And then before I try and get past or anything, I'll go around the other way.
Who's this guy? No idea. You better keep it shut. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
Investigate the activities. Is it you who do? Is it you do you work for Cat? Let's try with that.
She's your boss.
What?
You listen through keyholes.
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
You really are scared of this
She
cat.
sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
Is it you to
I
face the
went to see
statue?
the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
Alright. Who does this
So
belong
who
to?
are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
Alright. I'm not gonna try and talk my way past. I think I did that before and I haven't been putting points in eloquence. So, passage leads to the Hawkins
I've got
warehouse.
to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Well,
I bid you gentlemen farewell.
I guess that's the end of that. I'm not gonna worry about the eloquence thing. Because I haven't been putting points in it, so I'm not gonna play that way.
Get it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
What might be worthwhile is putting points in strength later, but... kind of like going the spot hidden in investigation way to try and find out more.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
You're not scared of their
I've
boss?
seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
What are they doing
This
around here?
warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. If you want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
So, there's a way in here. Yeah, it allows you to detect hidden items in a close range. Once all items are found, you can unlock things.
If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
I wonder about asking Captain Fitzroy about that though. And interesting, there's a conveniently placed car there to stop me from going further. Nothing there. Real spooky atmosphere.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
No, I don't really want to say that.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
I want to look around and see what I can do over here. It's obviously clear there's like a couple of different pathways in. So I could try and stealth around there or do something here.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Brilliant. Into the sewage, just what we want.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating, but it's been completely taken to bits. There must be some spare parts amid all this clutter.
So I don't know if my spot hidden's that good. Oh yeah, it comes up like that. Ratchet device.
A ratchet device. Exactly what I need. This handle will be perfect for the winch.
So they come up as green when the spot hidden finds them. I kinda don't feel like going through the sewer though. I'm gonna try going this other way. Because there's clearly like a place to just... Hey, you're watching dudes. Boop. What's over here?
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Okay, so this is just to listen to the conversation. I guess it's talking your way past, or it's whatever we're doing in this warehouse, so. Let's go see what we've got. Compared to the RPG system, they have simplified the skills here to these few, which is easier because, especially for the size of the game, it'd be too much to have all these different skills to put points into and all that, like the full-on RPG. Now, I guess I can chuck that lever on. There might be a way to get Captain Fitzroy to let us in too. Okay, we need something else there. I don't remember where or what it is. Or if we can find it, because I could miss like one piece because my spot hidden isn't high enough. But I will say the thing to Captain Fitzroy. Let's see what that does. Because I kind of had the idea that, okay, you can sneak through the sewer, or you can talk past them.
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
The banter, I always love it.
What? Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after. Just that standing guard in this alley makes
I think it's pretty obvious to see that she's Cat.
Keep his dogs on a leash.
Like the one woman that we see.
Message.
And they talk about Cat being
I
a
told you to
woman.
beat it.
Oh, she still won't listen to me. Alright. Hmm.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
They're blocking the
Apparently,
warehouses.
bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
Okay. It's only to point us in that direction again. So. There's one more part to find, if I can find it. Which I would imagine that it's somewhere. I just forget where, if I found it before. Or we can just try talking the dudes, so I can't do much here. Maybe I'm trying to run past too quickly.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. They have a really neat lighter animation. So when it's dark, you can light her up.
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
Let's see if we succeed. Which I guess with everything in place, it's a fairly easy strength check. Then again, in the RPG, it's not as much about how difficult it is. Actually, it is. They have like easy, medium, and extremes, I think. But you still always have to get like below 40% on the roll. Alright, into the sewers. I went here before. I want to see if I can talk past those guards, because I think this is the way I went before. So I want to experience something new. I've only played this through once before. So I know some bits about the story that I'm not going to spoil, but it's like, Gonna go a different way.
What's with you wandering around here?
Go diet.
Cat sent me, let's try that.
Gentlemen, you have a problem.
What? Who do you take yourself for, stranger?
Your boss is very unhappy with your work.
Oh yeah? You're bluffing.
She said those knuckleheads are incapable of staying at their post.
Darn it.
You think he's telling the truth?
We'll find out. Prove that you really know Cat.
Ah, so we use what we overheard them saying. She uses a stiletto.
It's risky to question my word. I wouldn't like you to get cut with a certain Italian knife.
Okay, you've convinced us.
And it's she who sent you? What do you want from us?
I thought I made it clear. I have to take a look inside the Hawkins warehouse. Leave me alone, and I'll put in a good word for you with Cat.
Okay, it's a deal.
Alright, it worked. Let's go. That saves us going through the sodding sewers. Well, I guess in that way we kind of discover that there's some spooky stuff down there, but... No, I've been there before. I want something new out of this playthrough. And it being on stream's different too, but you know.
Let's see.
That's very dark.
Shoot. I'll have to find another way to get in.
Really? You failed at lockpicking.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
Are we gonna play dumb? Or just not say anything? I like the idea of not saying anything.
Has the cat got your tongue?
You've come for a fight. What I've got to say won't change a thing.
You're a quick learner. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
So your cat. Oh, this is a timed
Your
one.
name, Cat?
What of it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Whoa! We got beat up by a woman.
Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
Well then.
I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm going to have to deal with her.
Well, at least we didn't die. But I forgot that investigation was lockpicking as well. We still failed the roll. Okay. She gonna be at the bar? Yeah.
Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah. Aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. It's something that I respect. So understand by that. If I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
Tell the truth. Yeah. Well, why wouldn't we?
I'm investigating the deaths of the Hawkins family.
It's very nice of you to tell me the truth so openly. But it's also really stupid of you. You really don't seem to know the area. Let me give you a little advice. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
You must know Darkwater well. Yeah, see, I'm telling her because she's hot. There's not really much other thought process going into that, to be honest. She beat me up, and she's hot. Like, if she wants the answer, she'll get it anyway.
I've got a few questions about the island.
I'm not here to give you information. Mitchell will tell you what he wants to tell you.
I thought she was the
Is
biggest
that
danger.
more dangerous than having a drink with you?
I'm not kidding. The old families, they were here long before us. And they'll be here long after we're gone.
The old families?
The descendants of the first whalers. These people truly worship their ancestors.
I need help to get into the
I
warehouse.
need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
Would I have taken that risk?
Think it over. I've seen what you're capable of. And you didn't miss me.
I accept the compliment. Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me. And I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
Yes. Sure, let's go for it. How bad could a favor be?
Do I have a choice?
Oh, we always have one, Detective. Follow me.
Nobody questions your authority here. I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit. And nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
The cops, they can't understand.
They're saying the same thing.
Stupid idiots.
Get it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
It's an omen? Alright, well, I don't want to see that omen. I'm just going to shove it back in the sea.
Fine. He's with me.
Okay.
With her. Mm. Immediately start poking around. Alright. I guess if you succeeded at the lockpick, she would have found you inside.
That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
Alright.
Ugh, this place stinks.
So she only
What is the
wanted...
connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
a reconstruction scene. Oh yeah, these are pretty cool.
What happened here?
They use psychology to piece things together too.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this?
It's weird, it's like I'm not gonna make sure you're not gonna poke around and then she leaves
It
just
smells
once
as
she
bad as it
shows off in front of us. Because we failed to lockpick.
Whoever hid it here seems to worship Sarah Hawkins. What just happened? Did I imagine? What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here? Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
Alright. Got a character point. Oh, two, I've got 2. So I think I'm gonna pump these up still. Or would it be worth going into strength a little bit? Washing machine just finished. I think we'll go strength. We'll go between spot hidden investigation and strength. Alright. Is that everything here?
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Test psychology, team up. This case is far from being wound up. See, psychology, I want to pick different options because I think that's the way I went.
Wound up?
Yeah.
You mean messed up?
No. We don't take no lessons from the likes of you. We do our job carefully and fairly. No stone was left unturned.
Really? Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it.
Let me guess. It was in the Hawkins mansion.
Precisely. You can still see the burn marks. There's no doubt about it. I must admit that you seem fairly competent. But I can't allow you to stay here.
I've seen enough. It's the Hawkins mansion that interests me now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail. I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car is parked down the way.
Oh.
Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Ooh.
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Well, she's just the best character.
You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Not very far. So, Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place thought to be abandoned revealed some surprises. Signs of recent occupation as well as a partly charred painting. Interrupted in his search by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion. So yeah, as you can tell, this game starts off as a bit of a slow burn. But it's that payoff of that type of investigative story. And he does have that scar on his left side of his face.
Here we are, Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Let's go. I thought the mansion burnt in a
I see
fire.
no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Oh, let's ask more.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. Day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
What about this other one that's, you know, this place very
You're
well?
the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Anything I should be
I
wary
prefer to
of?
be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Alright, let's not waste
Night
time.
falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Sure.
You can help.
Right. Let's go.
I see no reason to refuse him there.
$1693. This house is much older than it seems, but the architecture seems too recent.
Renovations.
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Someone desecrated one of the
Do
graves.
you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Yeah, he
Why
will
were
be.
they
Oops.
buried?
Mrs.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary and steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing, let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker would love that. Lord, this poor family.
Poor kid.
Nope, that's an investigation.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The caretaker takes great care of these graves.
It's interesting how he assumes that the person that desecrated the grave is the same one as who stole the painting. I had to get up early this morning. My car, I got a new canopy for the car, and then the auto electrician was finally able to connect the lights up and all that. So I had to get up early and drop it into him today. But it works out better to do this now and stream than to do it on Saturday for how my weekend's looking.
This entrance is still in use.
Just, I was gonna look on the other side.
Whoa! You are trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Do not defile this.
You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
You shouldn't really need this key.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it. Vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
What's down here? Gotta investigate. And I love that it's a game that really pays off looking around and investigating.
This gate is locked.
Because that unlocked an answer looking at the graves in that confrontation. Where I could have done the strength test and tried to grab his axe or something, but you know that won't end up quite as good.
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world. Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes.
Yeah, I wasn't trying the door to see if you left it unlocked. Don't mind me. Oh. Why does he block the light from the lighthouse? Sus caretaker. Alright. Context clues and show don't tell. Like a lot of the we go there, the character didn't have to tell us, but it just guided the camera towards looking at it, which is good.
Pierce, shall we enter? Now that you finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go. Let's take a look inside.
Alright.
I'm with you.
So Pierce and Bradley explored the gardens of the Hawkins mansions. The family lies in the graveyard of the property guarded by Silas Winchester. The old caretaker, still faithful to his employers, keeps watch on the place armed with his axe. Pierce and Bradley manage to calm him down and finally get hold of the key to the Hawkins mansion. Then to the building looking for the scene of the fire.
Follow me. I know the place.
It almost looked like a gone third person on him. There's some spooky lights in here, bro.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
Okay. Let me just level up a little. Feel like I just want to pump some into investigation, but yeah, okay. I'm just gonna focus more on spot hidden and investigation for now. Oh, why didn't that trigger? Are the sound alerts balked again? Hi, John Dead. Well, it's not so loud as to completely jump scare. I swear, sometimes the sound alerts don't work and it's silly. Let me see if I can sort of log in and reset them or something. So let's just there you go. It's a remnant for when I tried to edit it so that it wouldn't get copyright claimed. So one's pitched all the way up and one's pitched all the way down, and both of the tracks are running at the same time. And then it still gets copyright claimed. On YouTube. On Twitch it's fine because it's live and then you can do whatever with it.
What kind of meat is this? This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
Mm-hmm.
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
Yeah, which Twitch doesn't keep him for that long anyway, so I don't think it matters.
Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched?
Because
something happened at this table. An argument?
Because you literally only have a giant piece of meat and nothing else on the plate. Surely she's asking for the vegetables to be passed over so that she can have them with her meat. And that's where the argument started.
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Have you played this game before, John? Just out of interest. Oh, there's a dead rat on there. Ugh. It's even blue like Remy in Ratatouille. I was just trying to think what it would actually be. Look at the shape of it, it's interesting. Ah, yeah, well, I did play it off stream, but then it's worth playing it on here again, and I'm making different choices. It's very cool. It's a slow burn type, so investigative and then big payoff at the end. And everything starts happening at one point in the story, and it just keeps going, and it's gotta love it.
Charles and Sarah's wedding is painted by Sarah herself.
See, that one looks nice. That's not as disturbed or whatever.
Charles Hawkins, some kind of explorer.
Did he find the Millennium Puzzle? Charles Hawkins poses like an explorer in the front of exotic ruins. It is common knowledge that he wasted away his fortune on expensive trips. What was he looking for?
Too much rubble. I'll find an easier way.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
Let's see if I
looking
can find
everywhere.
something the cops missed.
So for this build, I've gone for SWAT, hidden and investigation, and I pumped stuff in occultism at the start because I'm after trying to get a fair bit of occultism. Although I pumped stuff into others, and maybe I should have gone full occultism, but it just depends how much I find throughout with the different thing. Yeah, I know. No way an explorer in a Lovecraft story.
Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
I would never have guessed. And alcohol. Like,
They had a fight. Why? Did it stop at the time of the fire?
probably not, let's be honest.
Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
Okay, it seems like I found all of the spot hidden parts. Gave me
The
a tick.
child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others?
Well, maybe not the entire town, you know.
If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
Sus painting. Like, I know what's coming ahead and I just want to not spoil things, but obviously there's some commonalities in Lovecraft stories.
Did someone escape the fire?
We didn't start the fire. Oh, it didn't quite.
Blood. His lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight.
His expression.
Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
The clues don't match.
Much of this evidence simply contradicts the investigation's findings.
Really? Tell me about it.
So the bodies were
I can
displaced.
tell where young Simon was. but not his parents. Where were their bodies found?
I can't help you on that one. Charles and Sarah's bodies had already been carried away when I got here.
Without your authorization? By whom?
Marshall, Andrews, Chief West. We never deal with cases like that, you know. So... well...
Someone had too much to
I
drink.
found a bottle of whiskey. Empty.
Charles sure liked that drink.
No glass. I suspect one of them drank heavily to calm down. Charles, most probably.
That's pretty thin. Who says that bottle hadn't been there for a while?
Someone escaped the fire.
It would seem at least one person fled the crime scene.
What'd you say?
That mark on the door. Someone's hand slid down there. The left side has no mark. The door was open and that someone left.
For God's sake. I mean, if it's Charles or Sarah, they wouldn't have left their son.
They would rather die
His
in flames as
hand.
a family instead of calling for help? I don't buy it.
Oh, yeah?
The time of the fire doesn't match.
I was under the impression the fire started around midnight.
Yes, Silas banged on our door around 1 a.m. Poor devil ran so hard he was almost belching his lungs out.
This clock burned before 10 p.m.
That's impossible. What you imply? Silas never would have hurt the Hawkins family. Besides, Dr. Fuller confirmed the hour of death in his report. Your clock must have already have stopped.
Who's this doctor?
Dr. Fuller?
A brilliant surgeon and a friend of the family. I'm sure he took the matter to heart. I see no reason to doubt his word.
So be it. Let's move on.
The fire wasn't just an
I
accident.
firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
What's your theory?
The couple had a fire.
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Gained one. So... let's pump up to 60% on the investigation. We're all about that.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
This door is locked.
At least when he says that, it's like he's saying it to Bradley. Oh, history of medicine in the 17th century. 18th. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Roman numerals. Medicine progression. I'm getting a bunch from medicine. I didn't put any points in that at the start.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person.
Also, it could be an internal monologue thinking to himself,
Lyrics
which works.
Of the Drunken Sailor, a sea shanty. The lyrics of the Drunken Sailor, a sea shanty.
What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a
This door is
drunken
blocked from the
sailor? What
outside.
do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Hey ho, up she rises. I don't remember all the lyrics, but that's the main part. Because I always made up as a kid. Throw him overboard with a belt full of beer.
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
Ooh. Right, is there more to find here? There is something. Around somewhere. Everything's so green. Hey, surely that bit of paper on the ground is something. Oh, it's not up here. Come on, the little thing's blinking in the bottom left. Where are you? On the pause menu. Oh, I was on the left side. And then the atmosphere comes in when you unpause. I guess it does give you a complete break if you're in a moment where it's like you get really scared by games or something and you need to. Where's the little green dot? Come on. Does that blink fast when I'm closer? I feel like it should act like a bit of a dowser. Shouldn't. Ah. Crowbar found in the Hawkins Manor. It probably belonged to the caretaker.
Crowbar could prove useful.
Alright. Yeah, it's Frankenstein.
Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale.
Yeah.
Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess. This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music.
Well, there's another family portrait. For all her disturbed art and whatever, she had some really nice ones of her family too. Alright, guess I'll go upstairs. There's nothing else you want to talk about, right?
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
Right. I could turn that on and off. Okay, well, I guess I'll leave it on.
Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla.
Yeah, I never remember all those names.
Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla.
Tartarus I've heard in things. I think there's Tartarus Station in some things. Oh, it was in something. Now I'm having a blank. What? Borderlands! That's why I was like, why can I not think of it? It's completely different to this game. Completely different vibes, but there's a map called Tartarus Station in Borderlands.
One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable. One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
Gotta have all the theming going on with the books and that.
A book on hunting whales. The island's staple diet last century.
I guess they might have been eating whale.
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Dear sir, as you know, I've always held you and your family in high respect. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes on the behavior of your wife. Last week, she, again, terrified my clientele. I know that she means no harm, but you should place her in the care of Dr. Fuller. He alone seems to be able to make her come to her senses. If these disturbances were to recur, believe me that, although it would feel like torture, I would be obliged to involve the police. Respectfully yours, Anton Willard. Yep, that's back down there. And we got our spooky lightning going. I love the contrast of the warm lighter light with the lighting of the area. Ha, vermin.
Locked. Locked.
Yeah, I got that. Okay.
The boys' room.
Okay. The boys' room. Boy.
A child's fort. What threat was Simon protecting his world?
You know, he could have just been having fun. Other than those pictures, why is that not an investigatable thing?
Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed.
I've read a Mark Twain collection years ago now.
Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family?
Now it'll be connecting
What
this in.
nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
And the wonderful Wizard of Oz. I'm just liking seeing the posters and things. Yeah, it's got a poster for Wizard of Oz. There's also something to discover here. Ooh.
The argument that led to their tragic end seems to have been simmering for some time.
Simon's private journal. He seemed worried about his mother and her attacks. Tension also seems to be growing between the Hawkins couple. Could the fire be the result of an argument? Have a good one, John. And I see that you've usually streamed when I'm sleeping. But yeah, have a good one, and I'll catch you another time. Oh. The key to her office. Let's go.
What will her room reveal about her?
Okay. Her room, and then what are we looking at here? Can I get this now? Yes.
Perfect.
Oh boy. That's not spooky at all. Let's just...
Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
That's a good example. Is that the same room as this door goes into? It is. Okay. So you could go in both ways. Depending if you choose to go with spot hidden or something else with your stats.
A barbiturate prescription from a certain Dr. Fuller. That's a massive dose. Was Sarah violent?
Sus.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? Looks like a revocation ritual. Was she trying to invoke something or banish it? Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other. This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
Okay.
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
My very dear Sarah, ever since you left to bury yourself away on that lost island, Your art has been attracting increasing numbers of collectors. I beg you to send me some new paintings. The last one's so somber and strange, moving as no other paintings have been, are selling at a premium price. Your percentage of these most recent sales is attached. Do not forget your friend, who was the first to recognize your genius and display it to the world. Affectionately yours, Maximilian L. Found all the stuff here. Alright.
Bradley? Is that you?
The spooky stuff starting.
Is anyone there?
Ah, the cultists are coming!
You! Stop!
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
I ran as fast as I could.
I just heard some noise. Are you alright?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
I'll cover you.
Huh, okay. Oh yeah, limited fuel. Let's stick with the one that's not going to burn up fuel, right? This little thing in the corner.
Where did he go? It looks like an old seaway map.
Someone's added coordinates to it. They'll make up a journey.
They look like Celtic runes.
Do you really think that
Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign
I don't
trips.
see any way out.
Okay, oil refilled. So I got some more coal. Nice one. Oh, and I have 4 to spread around. Okay, well I'm gonna... Let's keep investigation ahead a bit.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well.
Yeah, they're posing with a third man. They seem
I wonder
close.
who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. It looks like a freehand map of dark water. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why. This panel is movable. Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism.
I could use the crowbar I found. That just seems like the
With this,
smart thing to
should be
do.
able to force the gears.
Well, I haven't found dynamite.
As if the bookcase
Well
has
done,
been moved
Pierce.
several times.
I found
Seems like
everything.
This came from a log.
We sailed north all morning. Captain Hamilton is confident. He says that we'll beat the Orpheus this season. May God be merciful. Preferred it when the whales disappear without a trace. With these carcasses, we can no longer ignore their sad fate. What is eating these huge beasts? I told Hamilton that it was a bad omen. He doesn't care. You know, we should have. We should just be prepared to blow up everything. And then they catch us with dynamite and kill us. We dropped anchor near a village. The inhabitants say the waters are red with the blood of the sacred beasts. And to follow them is to defy the gods. I told them that I only fear God Almighty, but in the loneliness of the hold, I'm scared. We've sighted a huge whale in the distance. Its size seems to be beyond anything known to man. It sends out an infernal song. Hamilton wants it. We've caught it. It's the most grotesque whale I've ever laid eyes upon. It will go into memory as the biggest catch ever. Men have died, but we have gained glory. This day will be celebrated for years to come. Dark water. We have beaten the Orpheus, returned with empty holds. The Scylla and Hamilton are only memories. So that's 1847.
Must
So
be a
that
link with the Seaway map.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go then. Inside the Hawkins mansion, the scene of the fire revealed its secrets. Pierce and Officer Bradley, now on the trail of a survivor, had undertaken to search the place, looking for proof, when a hooded man leapt into Sarah Hawkins' workshop to steal a painting. Detective and police officer set off after him. By following him to the office of Charles Hawkins, they discovered a secret passage. Pierce and Bradley enter the tunnel under the mansion. Damn, when I read things out, I must speak differently,
Secret
so I yawn
passage
more.
Under the manor. It's like a detective novel. That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah. And he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must... 3 seats.
It kinda cut off the dialogue there. Okay.
Someone's been here recently.
Did Charles Hawkins use this place? Who were the others? Whatever Charles Hawkins hid here, he didn't want it in his house. What is this mask supposed to represent?
Oh, did that mean I failed the occult roll? Damn. Because there wasn't that same thing.
This piece of cloth is unmistakably from a dress. Was Sarah Hawkins here?
So I guess I should have, if I really want to go into occultism, I should have done that from the start.
This symbol. What does it mean?
Well, occultism's up. 40%. I'm now professional in occultism. Okay. And I'm getting all their nice occult symbols and things. Just want to get rid of the exclamation marks. Oh, knowledge. Alright. When there's a limited resource on the lantern, I'll use the lighter. It's way further down, or this way.
Of course.
And something tells me that the key is climbing these steps. There's tunnels all over this island. Given the size of this cave, there's gotta be other entrances.
The passage continues further down. Might as well start with that.
I ain't gonna squeeze in there. I'll find another way. If possible, I prefer not to ruin my uniform.
Fine, fine. Go look for another entrance. I'll try my luck down below.
Really? Let's just use the lantern a bit. That's why he said he wouldn't squeeze. But how did he know before getting down here? I guess he just didn't want his uniform mucked up. Oh, that's blocked.
Some kind of dream catcher. If I touch it, it'll turn to dust.
How about I just crouch and don't touch them then? And avoid the sticks on the ground. Because who knows what will happen if I go crunch, crunch, crunch.
An old diary.
Diary of the Pastor's Wife, Volume 2.
Sad way to go. These paintings must be several centuries old. This monstrous creature must be an allegory.
You know, it could be literal. Did you think of that?
These people lying down. Are they dead? Are they asleep? These buildings seem to have come out of the water.
Got old Eldritch Horror giving people buildings. That was a quiet jump. Let's unlock this, shall we? Really? You can't unlock it on either side? Pathetic. Oh, there's only one available. Okay, so we got an occult thing for that. So our occult's 40% now. I'm gonna chuck some in strength first. Wait, it didn't confirm. You know what, I'll spot hidden. I'm gonna do them evenly anyway, relatively. I feel like I need to sneak.
Time has weakened these structures.
There's much spookiness around. What is down there?
I don't have time to search them all. It looks like animal oil. It's certainly not whale.
We got our Cthulhu green goop or something there. This is called Call of Cthulhu. Not Call of Whale. Nice. Sneaky.
What's going on here?
Piers!
Keep your voice down. We're not alone.
Good God. What have you got me into?
Hey, you volunteered for
We'll
this.
see. I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah, there's a passage. I'll meet you at the bottom.
Spooky. What's the painting of me doing there? The game saved.
A mass grave. An engraved whalebone. A strange creature has been carved into it. Probably a figure of worship.
More occultism. Of course, you got too distracted.
I got it.
It's a nightmare at the start of the game.
Oh, I can't breathe. What's happening?
Yeah, we've got panic attack simulators.
Find a way out of here.
Is it my turn? Yes. It is time. You will soon be one of us. If your body and mind are ready.
I dream of it every night. I have constant visions. I am ready.
Good enough. Prove it to us.
It's like in my dream. It seems to have been used recently. Probably some sort of ritual.
Give me that occultism, baby.
I can't read Latin.
That doesn't help. Does it? You're supposed to be able to read Latin. Then again, it's not his thing, is it? Exactly the dream. So this one will be locked too. No. Oh, I wanted to explore the other area. I thought it would be locked because that was locked in the dream.
You who sleeps, accept this dream
Ya Cthulu Nithsiha Fitag.
Grant him your flesh and accept his, so that his body and yours
I'm exploring. If there's anything.
Padk Cthulu Bithinko.
grant him your mind and accept his, so that his mind and yours may be one.
Okay.
Yeloig Padk
So we should go real sneaky here.
Grant him your dreams and accept his, so that
I feel him.
you are gifted indeed. Not another word. Let him pass through every part of you. All you will sleep. We pray for your return. Bring me the kingdom more sacred flesh.
Well then, obviously Cthulhu cultists.
It looks like a kind of deep coma. What could this ritual have done to them?
Must have succeeded that wrong.
We are ready for the ceremony. What about your protege?
His awakening is complete. He will join you shortly.
Sneaky, sneaky. Come on. Just. Guess this is the way to go. If they turn around, I'd be doomed. Wonder what would happen if I rushed in there. He's gonna shoot and die, isn't he?
An intruder! Oh, shit!
Don't move! Police! Don't move! I won't hesitate.
Bradley, get
to
back!
shoot.
Get back!
You asked for it.
Damn!
Shouldn't have seen this.
Damn! He's been Cthulhuized. Run for your life! Oh well, at least.
Caving in. I need to get out of here.
Run, you fool! At least he can run further than Alan Wake.
My leg!
Oh, on to next level. Just see when we get out of this. Well, others have died in this cave-in. Guess the only thing to do is to try to get out.
At last.
Lemon boulders. Should have brought the dynamite. Pierce and Officer Bradley followed the intruder to the secret meeting place of the cult, set in a network of underground caves right under the Hawkins Manor. They witnessed a strange ceremony led by Charles Hawkins, very much alive. Bradley tried to arrest him, but Hawkins, whose body displayed various mutations, disemboweled the police officer. As he tried to escape from him, Pierce found himself a prisoner of a rockfall. Rushed to the Riverside Institute. He is in a critical state. We're going to the funny farm, hee hee ha ha, where life is good all the time. Whoa. That's the guy in the glasses that was in the photo. Dr. Fuller.
Don't move, Pierce. You can certainly say that you gave us a scare.
What did you do to me? Undo these straps.
Whoa, go easy, my friend.
Oh, Dad. He killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too. We were dead. What are you doing?
Sorry, my friend.
What? No!
You're being gaslighted. Of course. Damn cultists.
What happened to me? Where am I?
Mr. Sanders, you have to come with us. No, please. I can't leave.
Oh, Mr. Sanders.
No choice, Sanders, and neither do we.
You don't understand. If I go out, he'll see me. No, no.
You're leaving this cell.
Please. I don't want him to find me.
I can't go to the menu and look at the level ups. Well, it sounds like Joker's in the next cell. There has to be something else other than going to sleep, right? I guess that's it. No, now we're dreaming. Don't give it up, Luffy.
They trapped Atlanta, pursued me right into their dreams. They swallowed over their maps to the meat of my bones. Lucy is double to
Damn, Leviathan.
When the last of them rises up, you will choose.
So I wonder if he refused Bradley, if he's still down there at the time.
Because you will have released me.
I guess not.
But the earth will resound to your cries. Or theirs. Awake. And free me.
And of course, humans experiment with all this
Come on,
stuff.
stand up. We don't have much time. Can you stand up?
Who are you?
A friend of Ethan Bradley. It was he who told me that you had been interned here.
Wait. Bradley is really alive? I don't understand. You filled me so full of drugs I can't distinguish dream from reality.
Please believe that I have nothing to do with these disgraceful treatments. Look, I don't have time to explain everything. I'm not really supposed to be here. And the same goes for you, according to Ethan. You must leave as soon as possible, and as unobtrusively as possible. I've brought you your clothes. Let me go ahead. We'll meet upstairs.
Wait a minute.
What do they do to patients here?
What's going on here? What do they do to the patients to make them so terrified?
I would really like to know. I only see them when they are brought up for medical treatment, for problems they didn't have before going downstairs. But this is neither the time nor the place to talk about that. We must not stay here. There are 2 men standing guard near the stairs. It's the only way to the floor above. I shall try to distract them, and get at least one to come with me. All you need to do is to follow me as soon as the way is free.
Understood.
Alright. Stealth section. Oh, I've got my stuff. Alright. Apparently my leg's better too. Not hobbling around.
What does this mean?
Let's find out, shall we? Curiosity killed the cat, and satisfaction brought it back.
What did they inject him with? Am I in an asylum? Sarah. Why the strange symbol repeated over and over?
The paintings are cursed.
What did he write about the painting? Sarah Hawkins is on this list of authorized visitors. If I don't get out of here, I'll end up like him.
Prison Break, come on.
Poor wretch.
Will be your ruin.
I don't understand. These people need care. You keep them in this terrible place as if...
Go back upstairs where your patients are waiting for you to treat them. As for you, gentlemen, disappoint you at the moment. No one enters or leaves.
Yes, Doctor.
Well, White mark. Oh, so there's a south marker.
I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those two myself.
Oh, and there's hiding. I guess I'd have a panic attack if I stay in there too long. Damn, we got claustrophobic. Oh yeah, what is this? The ritual? Okay, so we saw the ritual and lost a bit of sanity. Got 2. Yeah, I think I like the idea of expert spot hidden. And what do we got here? More stuff.
The machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us touching the pressure valves.
As you want. I'm going to see if there's sleeping pills.
Good God. What could this machine be used for?
Medical record of Francis Sanders. According to his record, the patient seems to be suffering from psychosis. He gouged his own eyes out in an attack of delirium.
This is madness. Are they seriously thinking of transmitting the properties of this meat by electric current?
Damn.
Worse and worse. Have I activated anything?
Activated one thing there.
What's the connection between this meat and the electrical installation?
Where's the hidden thing? Is it around the outside? Apparently not.
It's an ammeter. I didn't expect to see one on this little rock. This machine seems to consume a great deal of electricity. I can still increase the load. Is there a connection between this corpse and the machine? The corpse is complete. Whose are these limbs?
Another different corpse, I guess. Well, yeah. I'm almost just going into it and going, whoops, I forget. Oh,
Do the cops know what's going on?
Bloodstained badge belongs to Darkwater police officer. What was he doing in the cellars? So this is our diversion, I guess. We need to go and... follow this.
It's locked.
Right.
You'll find me. You can see me. Let's calm down, please. No. Pain is just information, dear Francis. Invaluable information for my research. Kill me.
Damn crazy doctor.
If you don't kill me, he will. My poor friend, I fear your mind is lost forever.
You there, come here. I don't know what you're doing there, but you don't seem to be friends with the nurses.
What do you want?
Sleep. That's all.
Sleep? You don't want to leave?
No. Have you seen the storm that's brewing? I'm fine here. Except for one problem.
You want sleeping pills, right?
Yeah, and in exchange I can make noise. Lots of noise.
You'll draw the guards to your cell to allow me to escape.
So, you in? Find something to make me sleep, and I'll take care of the guards for you.
Your sleeping
Is
problems.
it the noise that disturbs you?
No, it's the nightmares. We all have them here. That's what wakes us up. And afterwards, there's no way to get back to sleep.
Well, I won't promise anything because I might go the electricity route.
If I find something, who knows what I'll do.
Don't play the wise guy because you're on the outside and I'm not.
What is well enough inside? The oceans. It's way. Trail of Russian foam.
Oh, there's a guy right there.
Master, he enters.
Crazy people in the cells, of course. But you gotta expect that. This is no place for someone to heal.
If he does not catch me, I do not sleep. If I do not sleep, I do not see him. I do not hear him. He does not call me.
Get me
He does
out.
not call.
Don't let me sleep in here.
Damn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I didn't realize that dude would be there. There's nothing. Okay, he's patrolling around here.
I don't know what this date is, but the calculations are right.
So it's better to wait here until he comes around. Yeah, I probably would have gotten caught there. I guess I could go in there if I get really stuck, but he shouldn't see me here. Yeah, boy. We're stealthy.
Burns me. I will not eat it anymore. Never again. We must not eat it. They must know that it is not good.
Shoot. Get in here. Good. That was pretty close. Thank goodness he has a bright lantern.
It's done. Now for the others.
Should be this way, right? That was locked. Ah, that's here. It's different to other games because I can't really sneak up behind him and choke him, I don't think. Or it doesn't feel like I have that option. He's snoozing, right? I thought he was snoozing. Come on, faker. He was snoring and everything.
Locked. Exactly what I need.
Damn it. I just looked through the window. Should be right now. Since that disappeared. Alright. Well, we got our sneaky section. Breviary of medicine. So I've got some more medicine here.
A control wheel to mount on a plumbing system.
That means I should get it. Yep, cool.
Perfect.
Just shut the door behind me. Alright. Oh no, there's another way in. Okay. Really? Which way you gonna go, bro? Where's the hidden thing?
With these chains on your wrist, you can't escape.
Just trying to find the blooming spot hidden thing here. Give me some slack. I can't manually save, can I? No. Just wondering if I test if I can knock them out at all. Ah. So if I wait for him to walk past. Games of patience, right? Real stimulating content. This is a gameplay you want to see is stealth. I haven't done much stealth, really.
do they keep their sleeping pills?
Yes, close the doors on him. Surely he won't come in.
Scopolamine F. There's no such thing. They've created derivatives of all common medicines.
I'll go take a look.
That was close. It's annoying how they just walk in on me. Like, I'm in the area, I snuck past you. Let me get the thing. Let's try this again, shall we?
My new friend's sleeping pills.
Go. Alright. And this guy's going out here, so I should be able to look around here, right? Keys to places, which is good. So I can't really go out there. I don't exist. Okay. If I get him to make noise, it's all according to Keikaku.
Show me.
There. And remember, they don't come for free.
Don't you worry, you'll have your diversion. Go on now, go hide yourself. The crows, they're everywhere. Make them go away.
You're a really tricky one to hide from, aren't you? The line of sight's a little bit interesting through here. Yes, I got that guy. Let's go.
What carnage.
More medicine. Well, I'm getting a bunch of medicine progress. What am I now? 24%. Oh, what's popped into the sanity thing? Macabre discovery? Yeah, okay.
Theoretically, I've only got one lever to push.
Theoretically. Gonna make it look like I was never here. Like a ghost. Let's go. Or sneaky like. That's it. Oh, he was just at a good spot there. So I think there is a thing you can do with the water, given the wheels are there.
I can still increase the load.
Oh, one more, the green one, right. Because I didn't have the key before. That means there's 2 levers.
All the levers are activated.
Ooh. We're sneaking, we're venting, sus. Let's go. This is what sus vision looks like.
The green gas leaves from here and it runs through the whole building. Now for the next step. This lever must turn on the gas machine. The piping hasn't burst. Not yet, anyway.
Getting all the goodies. Okay, so this is a different area. Dr. Fuller, I've repaired your machine as best I can. However, the piping has been damaged and I fear that gas is escaping. I cannot do any more in such a short time. All I can do is to warn you. If the equipment is put under too much pressure, there is a risk of an explosion. Z. Allen mechanic. Alright then. We get to blow up this place.
This valve controls the pressure.
I already have all of the things. Nice. We're in for a really good time.
Perfect.
No, that's back where it was. Okay. What's this? Note to staff, last week's incident caused significant damage to the infrastructure, putting a stop to current experiments. This is unacceptable. From now on, the wheels to operate the gas stopcocks must be kept in the storage room after each use. Moreover, you must keep the register of use up to date. What a control freak. Thinking if there was an incident, I guess. Let's go.
That should draw the attention of the guards. I should hide.
Okay, he's keeping on his patrol. I didn't know if he'd be coming around there. And then I want to set all of the gas to explode. So I'll have another look there and see if there's any more to do. I guess the part with cell sections is you just can't rush it. The pressure's low. What do I need for that? I haven't found it. It's possible my spot hidden isn't quite there. Oh. I'm not really using strength to solve things. Oh well. Oh, it might be in here. Since the guards aren't here, but I still can't go up the stairs. Right.
Doctor, is that you?
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
Oh, that's... Oh, medicine professional? What? I sense something unnatural. Yes, let's go occultism.
What's the exact nature of the beast you're running away from?
You've got instinct, a sensitivity for the invisible. It puts you in danger. The creature that is pursuing me is not from our world.
After what I've seen so far on this island, I'm ready to believe you.
Don't do that! Do not believe. Or you'll end up like us all.
What happened to you, Sanders?
The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
It was Sarah Hawkins who invoked this curse.
I saw the traces of a revocation ritual in Sarah Hawkins' office. Is it connected to this curse?
She tried to correct her mistake, yes. She tried everything. She told me. But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. Don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me.
Oh, baby.
No!
Sanders! What the hell?
Whoa.
I gotta... This is insane. What killed him?
Oh, look at the board. Pretty neat illustrations.
Damn! The gas! Oh. My head.
Later. We need to move on.
Oh. Hey, Pierce woke up in an asylum installed in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. He met Dr. Colden, a female friend of Bradley, who helped him to escape. Wandering through the corridors of this place where Dr. Fuller reigned supreme, Pierce was able to talk to a man called Francis Sanders. Before dying, in full view of the detective, he accused Sarah Hawkins of being the cause of his torments. Pierce finally left the cursed building, accompanied by Bradley and Colden. The companions in misfortune decided to use the Hawkins mansion as a hideout. That's a weird ass whale.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Oh, daytime. That's nice. There we go. Extra good at strength now. %70 is pretty good. We got lots of medicine for that. What is it in the end? 24%. Still amateur.
No. I want to know what Bradley and Dr. Colden have to say about all this.
You know, I want to see Kat again.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
Sarah Hawkins was the object of a cult.
I saw people in hoods. They had stolen Mrs. Hawkins' paintings.
Who are you talking about? Why would they do such a thing?
I don't know, but they were a threat. They've taken over the caves under the mansion. They were performing some kind of ritual. One of the entryways was under Charles Hawkins' office.
We suspect Mr. Hawkins of being involved.
My patients believe the old islanders used to worship primitive sea gods. Could they be the focus of the cult?
Am I hearing this right?
So you think me gullible?
No, not at all.
What else did you uncover, Mr. Pierce?
Talk to Bradley. Well, that's a medical thing. You should be dead. Okay. I found this.
A Darkwater PD badge. Lost a colleague recently?
What the?
Bradley.
Ethan?
I'm all right. I just had a... It's gone.
You're sure?
If it's important, it'll come back. But I can't explain why Dr. Fuller would have that badge.
The man's a danger, believe me.
What can we do, Pierce?
Sus on Bradley now. You and Dr. Colden.
I heard you talking earlier.
Why am I not surprised?
I get the impression you two don't get along.
Intrusive and not very clever. Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
Yeah, I failed the check.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Your memory seems to be failing
Bradley,
you.
what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital. And called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
You've full of found Riverside. Yeah, let's
Given
go.
the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know
No.
the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes. I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan. And I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
What they have me endure.
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller and a nurse. Blood everywhere. My legs. The pain. I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the Institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
I might be onto a lead.
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course. He's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
Called him the Shambler.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
We must believe.
Sarah Hawkins, visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Let's stay prudent. It wouldn't help the widow to know exactly what
You're
happened.
right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very
It will affect my
I'll go
destiny.
to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Alright, let's go talk to her then. I've gone into this contemplative mood now, and just enjoying the experience of the game. Pierce, Colden and Bradley decide to team up to solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow, Francis Sanders, an art collector and friend of the painter, who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to his widow about the Shambler that the unfortunate man mentioned before he died.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
There she is.
Look who's here.
Best girl.
You know each other?
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
She seems to be taking her husband's death very well.
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday. I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
No, I don't have cycle. Gonna say I was no longer there when it happened because we don't want to give her the gory details.
We had a short conversation and then I left. I don't know what happened after that.
Oh, I see. Mr. Pierce, you must forgive my audaciousness, but I've had practice of life in high society for over 30 years. Reading one's interlocutors, recognizing the politeness of a lie, are things that are taught very early to young girls from a good family. But your lie has nothing polite about it. It is crass, insulting, and dare I say, terribly suspicious.
Come on, lady.
Try to understand my position.
I should have tried to change the topic.
How could this happen? In a reputed institute. And right before your eyes. Did you not do anything to help him?
I don't think eloquence will work, so let's talk about Fuller.
So ask Fuller, he's the eminent doctor. But I would caution you, you'll find his treatments more terrifying than the illnesses he sets out to cure.
That churl no longer takes the trouble to receive me. He sends his secretary to tell me that I cannot see Francis. Me, his own widow. He must think that I am a terrible wife for having abandoned him in such a way. But I only wanted what was best for him.
I'm not here to condemn you, Mrs. Sanders.
Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
What's Kat doing
May I
here?
ask you what Miss Baker is doing here? How do you know her?
My business with Miss Baker is private, Mr. Pierce.
But you do know what kind of business Miss Baker is in, don't you?
I am no fool. Please believe that much, at least.
Tell me about the dimensional
I
shambler.
deduce that your husband already mentioned this dimensional shambler.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else? to paint such horrors. Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
More medicine. A door that I can't open. Goody. Well. They can go into there. Stop it with these locked doors.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes.
Damn.
I can't take anymore. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
So if I do this again. Okay, so we can... There's more than one cylinder, maybe? To find here?
I could use one of those. Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Dear Francis, I beg you to give up all hope of ever owning that accursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the Shambler, your friend Sarah Hawkins.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Oh, did I miss volume 1? Oh.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
Hey, occultism. Okay, so I've got 60% occultism. Anatomical stuff, so medicine. Hey, strength came in handy. Key to Sanders' gallery. Would you read the book? I will read the book. Encyclopedia of Monstrous and Unknown Creatures. I'm beginning to believe that they exist. Oh boy, more occultism! Let's go.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I'm not here to create problems for you.
I'm not here to cause trouble, if that's what's worrying you.
Worry me? Don't overestimate yourself. If the last beating wasn't enough for you, I can always give it another go. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
Mrs. Sanders knows your real name.
There's more than that, Miss Baker.
So people have been talking behind my back. I was almost beginning to like you, Mr. Pierce. But it stays cat for you.
You knew the Sanders?
Irene is a friend of mine.
And what are you doing here?
What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
Of course.
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
Oh, she called me sweetheart. Oh. The Whale and the Cod, A Brief History of Darkwater. So what have I got now? 65% occultism. Oh yeah, the book. So I guess you could do all of it with low occultism, which I did before, because sort of going into it, I know sort of the meta for Call of Cthulhu RPG is to, the less you understand of the occult, the less your sanity will go down, and the more likely you are to survive, but that's no fun. No fun at all. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go in there yet.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might...
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Still have the picture of it.
Did she really care for him after all?
Dear Madam, I acknowledge receipt of the letter in which you demand the body of your deceased husband. I'm sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to return his body to you. At the moment of interment, he has signed a discharge, allowing me to dispose of his body as I see fit. I extend my deepest condolences to you. That'll be it. Oh, what can we recreate now?
A house of artists.
Because there has to be a clue for how to face this Shambler, right?
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
It looks better like that.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler. Finally. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting? He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel? Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins?
A lot of psychology there, which I haven't put points into.
The Shambler. I need to see it.
Great. We're getting sucked into its pull. There must be a thing to get into this area, because the doors are interactable. Unless it's just for flavor. Alright, well, I did get the key.
Go take a hike, Detective.
I'm gonna go everywhere I can but the painting first, because we know stuff's gonna go down.
Public entrance to the gallery. Why was he so interested in old weapons? The man transforms an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Lots of oil refill. Can we find out any more clues? I feel like there's got to be there's something right there that I'm not quite getting. Okay. I do think I remember something about this being a pain.
Old weapons?
Yeah, I'm trying to look for something. But I can't tell. I guess we'll just have to go for it. I guess with the relationship with Kat, maybe I shouldn't have tried to probe too much. But that's things like I don't remember. Oh baby. Here comes the horror.
What the hell was that?
I'll look at this link for a sec. Yes. Let's go. It does look like that. Okay. It gave me so much. It gave me so much oil that I've wondered if that works against it, like to focus the beam like Alan Wake. Don't look at it right. Oh, there it is. Did it go away? I can't see anything.
Down. Did it hear that? Maybe I can use this dagger.
It's one of the daggers to tear the painting open. I'm just gonna say that right now, but I don't know how you figure that out. other than randomly pressing things. That's not the right dagger. It's not that one. I don't like I remember getting stuck on this because I don't know which dagger it is. And I don't know how you're supposed to find out properly.
Yeah, maybe I can use this dagger.
It's tense. It's so tense. They really know how to do it good in this game. It's trial and error until I get the right dagger, because I just die otherwise. Or it seems that way.
Damn it! This dagger didn't.
I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. Wait, I'm not. How? Okay. So that's how you keep going with the daggers. It's not that one. I do not remember which one it is, so I have to try and remember which ones I have tried when I do them. Yep, there it is. To try and go. The weird curvy shaped one makes sense to me. No, okay, dead. I don't know how you're supposed to know which one it is.
What? The hell was that?
I know how to hide in a closet. Okay, I'll try this one.
Maybe I can use this dagger.
Get in. It's not a guarantee. Damn it. Well, at least it's a different death. She is. Alright.
What the hell was that?
The way that I had oil around made me think the light would help, but I don't know how. Let's try this one again.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Just... Come on! Come on, game. How am I supposed to know which dagger? Oh, of course he knows what... It's learnt I go in here now, hasn't it?
What the hell was that?
I have no idea how I'm meant to know which dagger it is. Other than looking it up.
Yeah, maybe I can use this dagger.
I think this is my part of the game that I didn't like as much before as well, just because I had no way of knowing which dagger it was.
Damn it!
He knows I go in here. I'm dead anyway. I swear it learnt where I was hiding.
What the hell was that? Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Yeah, I probably should, hey.
Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
You can probably see me using it as well, which doesn't help. So if I run in circles... That should be better than just running to the closet like an idiot. Oh, I tried that one. I think it has to be in the other room. Well, that's what I was trying to go for, like the bone ones and things. Like the Holy Grail, right? You have chosen wisely. Oh, I've chosen poorly a lot. This is pretty simple. No.
Damn it! I have to use a specific dagger.
I think I have to wait for the music to die down a bit, then I know not in line of sight exactly. And then I can jump in a closet. I'm surprised I can outrun it, to be honest. I didn't think I could. Damn, it ran past there.
This dagger looks different.
Well, he said something then. This should work. Oh, it's got a little green thing on it. Let's go. There we go. It has a little green thing on it, which I didn't notice when I was just looking at the overall shapes of the daggers. Yeah, it does. Wasn't even looking at the shape of it. I only noticed it when it was in my hand already.
What's the matter with you?
Ah, waifu saved us.
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
The painting was cursed.
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew about the monster?
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
I like this dagger, I'm keeping it.
Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
And you're giving me this information free of charge?
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
The painting's still intact. Alright, the Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins, as a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce. After a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back into the painting. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, owner of the nameless bookstore. Pierce decides to pay the library a visit.
Where's the bookseller?
Well, that's where I'm gonna leave this for tonight. We'll continue this next time. With more spookiness to follow. more intrigue. Thank you guys for joining and watching. Hope you enjoy, and I will see you next time. Avery!